Good morning, everybody. This is Kurt H. I'm the Lazy Farmer. How we doing? Man, I know the chat's already going. We're already blowing up. We're all talking about the storm. And yes, I am in Run 8 again today, and we're talking snow from the storm that's rolling through the United States. And look, it's snowing in the server. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm out here in Central California. The storm hit us pretty hard, had some power outages, high winds, lots of rain. At one point, man, I tell you, the winds were blowing Friday, and I think it's the coldest I've ever been with the the wet weather and everything. Which for California that's not normal. And the winds were pretty strong. Is not quite hurricane strength, but it was towing that line at a couple of points, and then it just got weird at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. It just sort of stopped. We still had some rain, but just the wind just stopped. It was weird. Uh-oh, Ken redacted his message. Oh wow, I don't know what that's about. Either that or YouTube did something. Morning, Ken. Morning, Truckin'. Ryan, how you doing? We love trains too. Andrew, my buddy's in here. There's Albino CSX Train. He's changing his name again. How we doing? And yeah, Truckin' said that he was wondering how much snow you're getting down there. So hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody's warm. Who else? Oh, I can't forget my friend, Governor Jerry Brown. Yeah, he is not the real governor. Well, I don't know if he wants to throw some money at me and subsidize my railroad here. I mean, then he could possibly be the real California governor. But anyway, all right. So I'm not in my Discord to start this. I am on the Pittsburgh Line East server that I'm hosting and working out of the Conemaugh and Blacklick. But I kind of want to go over some utilities first before we really get rolling, and then I'm going to work this industry here today, and if time, we'll try to get some stuff done. We're going to stay within the 2 hours on this, but I've got 4 utilities, and one which is brand spanking new, and I'm going to save that one for last because honestly, I don't know how we're going to use this. It's still in development, but we're going to keep going. Oh, okay, that's not bad. An inch of snow on the grass, nothing on the road, so it sounds like maybe it's not going to stick. Oh, I hope the best for you, Ken. I know you kind of got beat up out there. We were talking last night. All right, which one do I want to start with first? Well, I think the one that everybody knows, and I'm going to shrink this down. And I'm going to fire this up. And links to all 4 of these applications are actually, let's see if I can get this here. Is it going to pop up for me? No, it's not, actually. Hang on. Let me fix this. There we go. All right. So anyway, the external consist editor, we know it, we love it. I just want to kind of go over this again. I'm not going to go in detail on all of these applications. I'm just going to encourage that if you're playing Run 8, these are applications you just might want to have. And so we know this one, depending on your maps or whatever you want to do, you can actually go in and grab a train. And I'm just bringing up, you can't see, I didn't do the pop-up, but what I'm doing is I'm going into the train files, regions, Pennsylvania. Actually, the whole path would be your main Run 8 folder, content, V3 routes, regions, Pennsylvania trains. This would be, or it could be southwest, southeast. But anyway, you want to get to your trains folder, and I'm just going to grab a train, any old train, and I'm going to bring it in, and there it is. It populates in. So, and we know that we can manipulate the trains in here. We can actually add cars to, if we want to add, say, auto racks, we can actually hover, and you're not going to see the pop-up, but if we hover on the car, you can actually see what the car looks like. very, very beneficial. Once again, I'm not going to get into detail on this. If we want to talk about it, you can meet me in Discord. But definitely in my Discord channel, and where I've got the G-Core manual, there's the links to these applications. I would definitely grab them, play around with them. They're very good. But if you want to grab a trainer, if you want to grab a local, you can grab cars. You can maneuver cars around. You can play with them. You can change your engines. You can look down here at the bars down here. Where's your loaded cars? Where's your empties? So you put your loaded cars up near the locomotive. You put your empties near the rear. All that kind of stuff. And you can even go in if you wanted to. And if I double click there, I can change tags. Very, very effective. And then when you go to save, you just want to make sure that you save it to click the folder you want to save to. In this case, I'm working Pennsylvania, so I'm going to click Pennsylvania, and you're going to save the train as new, or you can save or overwrite the existing file. So real quick, like I said, just quick and dirty, want to talk about that. External consist editor, grab it. Not going into detail on these again, but you get very, very excellent, and especially if you're playing just on your local railroad, not on a server. These applications are going to be very, very beneficial to you and kind of make your life on Run8, unless you like moving everything around, which I do. This will make your life a little bit easier in setting up your maps and what you want to do, and hey, I want to go work a local and I don't want to sort cars on the bowl, whatever. So you can kind of create your own trains over here and use this, or manipulate existing trains. So that's number one. What's the next on the list? Let me go ahead and turn that off. Primary one is the external assistant. External assistant for Run8. This one runs in your system tray. I have it set up. So let me go ahead and brought that up, and let me go grab that file. Make sure you guys can see it. There it is. So you can see exactly where it is on the screen. That's where it actually pops up, and I keep it. You can keep it there if you want, or you can run it in the background. But this one is crucial, especially if there's when a new I'm going to say if, but when a new DLC comes out. Of course, you want to back up your files. You can back up your files with this. You can. Let's see, I'm going to go down the list here. Documentation, you can hover on that. You're not seeing the pop-up, but if you hover on documentation, you're going to see Run8 user guides, 15-minute quick start guide, break quick guide, and create a PDF. And this one I like. You can create a PDF of your current rail driver. So if you have a rail driver, you can create a PDF of your current settings. So if you change the default buttons, it will print out, or you create a PDF that you can print out, cut out, and label your rail driver, especially with the blue buttons along the front of it. Label your rail driver with how you have it set up. So that's kind of cool. The next one down is Depot Maps. So it brings up a pop-up that actually you can go to any single map. So if you're looking for a map, it'll automatically launch the browser, take you right to the particular map for the depot. Also, it gets you, like the signal reference sheets for all the signals that are in the different areas, and at Norfolk Southern, CSX, UP, BNSF. Let's see, and then it takes you also to the depot website if you want to go there. I have it. Next one down is auto open viewers. So what that is the next three down: your industry config viewer, industry car report viewer, switch list viewer. So if you were to go into your Run8, like in this one here on the server, if I do control, let me get out of this. Here we go. Okay, bring this up and generate a car report. The external assistant would automatically open that up for you once it generates. So you can look at where your cars are. Same thing for the industry. If you export your industry configurator, it'll automatically open that up as well too. And switch list viewer, if you want to look at your switch list for a particular train that you're working, you can look at that. Or like I do, I don't have a train right now, but you can also set that up so it pops up inside of Run8. Jump to tile. If you ever get one of those annoying messages up in the right-hand corner, check train. I get this on the SoCal a lot, and there's a reason behind that. I'm not going to discuss it now. But if you ever get one of those messages in the upper right-hand corner that says check train at tile 124 by minus 24 or whatever, you can click on that, put in those coordinates, and it'll then save it into your, oh my gosh, I just drew a blank, into the extra board. So mine's still loading up. I'm looking to see, I don't think I have one on this map, but anyway, it will automatically save that into the extra board, so that way you can go right to that spot, find that train that's causing a problem on your map, resolve the issue. Keyboard, rail driver profiles, you can save your profiles, create a profile. Log viewer, you can look at your logs so if something's going on and you're not sure what just happened, your train just disappeared, you're not sure what happened, you can check your logs, see what's going on. Chat history, great for servers if you're looking at your chats. Save train inspector, vernometer. I never use the vernometer. Xbox controller, I'm not sure. I mean, I know they put support in there for that. I'm not sure if they've gotten around to doing Xbox controller. I don't do it, but it might be there. XML validator, other tools. Other tools here, if you link your other tools through the setup program, through the settings, here in the external assistant, you can bring up dispatcher.net, external consist editor, train routing, and XML editors. So quick links there. And then, of course, the crucial one, back up your Run8 config file. You can actually even set up to, if this is running in the background, it will do daily backups. And it will keep those backups for, I think it's 2 months. And then it'll start dumping those out. So that way, if something goes wrong and you need to go back up your particular game that you're playing on, or whatever you're doing, you can go back and reset whatever, so you erase the mistake you made. And trust me, I make a lot of mistakes. And then of course, you got the about external assistant. You go into your settings, and of course exit external assistant. So that's one that I do highly recommend. Now, I've got some in the past. I think I've got some on these applications I'm discussing. Honestly, I think I've got some videos on that. So if you're looking for more drill down, other people have got some good videos out there on them. So, but these are ones that very important, very makes your life easier, honestly, as long as I say. Let's see, next, I'm trying to decide. I'm going to go to the new one on the block. This one's brand spanking new. I need to minimize this again so I can bring it up for you guys. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this up. Now, this particular application, when you install it, you need to go to your shortcut on your desktop and make sure that when you launch it in what is called administrator mode. Boy, I'm drawing a blank on everything today. Let's go ahead and I'm looking for, there it is. All right, so this is the Yards 8. This is brand spanking new. Right now, it's currently in beta. I cannot go down all the different features that Yards has, but right now all they have, and he's currently adding more. In fact, from when it first came out Monday, a week ago Monday, and today is March 16th, 2025. So that's for those people that are watching this video way down. So down the line here. Anyway, about a week ago is when version 6 came out, or 0.6 came out, and then Thursday 0.7 came out. So it's still brand new. It's so brand new that all we have is just the Southeast region and the Southern California region. Oh, the pops up are showing for you guys. Sorry about that. So all we have is Southeast and Southern California. For Southern California, all we have is, obviously BNF and UP. For BNSF, all we have is Barstow and Bakersfield yards. For the Southeast, if I pull up and get that set up for you, you got Rice, Baldwin, Moncrief, and Jack's Ramp. So those are the yards. There are more yards coming, all right? And when .7 came out, he just added, let's go to Baldwin here. He just added UP Bakersfield. So if you don't run this in administrator mode, and it's in his directions, if you don't run this in administrator mode, you're going to get a lot of errors. So, but the nice thing about this, actually I'm going to change my mind here. I'm going to go to SoCal, BNSF, Barstow, go to yard. All right, and I need to change my window. There we go. This is what you get. So, and you can actually get really good drill down. It shows you what track, how many cars, lengths, tons, how many loads, empties. It looks at all the yards, and he's slowly adding this. This is off of railcoder.com, same guy that put out the external consist editor, or same group. So this one I've been waiting for, and so I'm still kind of exploring it as to what we can do with it. Now, I'm going to tell you this is strictly going to be for local operations, which I mean by that, not local as in trains, I mean local as in you are playing single player and not on a server. I can grab, because of how I've got my infrastructure set up over here, I can grab information from my servers, but anybody that is helping me with my servers, they can't work off the same database that's in this program. So, and when I reached out and asked the question about that, does he plan to have that in there at this time? It's something that he's not going to work on. His focus right now is working on all the yards. I never say never. Maybe down the line he will, but he seems to be that there's some difficulty in getting, your friends to all work off the same database. So right now, this is strictly if you're playing on your local, your own private little, version of Run8. This is something that can actually help you out. You can look at your cars. You can actually go look at what's in your hump. I'm looking at the Barstow yard right now, and this is coming from my local game here on my computer. So this shows me what I have, what cars I have, the length, the tons, what the track length is, the targeting, how the hump is set up. So ACT Bull, I just saw that too, so I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I can activate that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Anyway, like I said, it just came out, so I'm still kind of going over this. Power planning, we can take a look at what power is in the yard. I had to click search. Once you come in, click search. I've got nothing coming in inbound, and so no inbound trains, but this is all the power that is currently in the Barstow yard. Expand that out. Ooh, that's a lot of power. That is a lot of power. So, but receiving intermodal yard track, what's in the bowl, south departure, north departure. What's up, Hank? How you doing? Hank, you're not right. He goes, he does all that without setting up industries on the tracks. Neat. Yeah, I remember that when you had Pittsburgh going, Hank. And that was, we were playing around with how to share between Mohawk and Selkirk and the Pittsburgh server, and we were setting up industries on all the tracks to figure out where all the cars and everything were. So, and especially in all the yards and everything, this is really a work in progress. Honestly, I know nothing about this other than I love playing with it. It is a rabbit hole that I went down. So we can actually move cars. So I can pick a track here. Let's see. I'm going to do, if I want to pull cars out, Here's all the cars on bull track 8 that are sitting there, and I can move them to, let's say I want to move them to the local track. So I'm just going to click the first one, hold down shift, click the last one, grab it, and drag and drop, and boom. So now I'm going to save my changes, and this saves the changes to the world save file that you're pulling from. And so here's where I got lost, because in the directions it was saying, okay, once you do this, you got to restart your game and reload that world save file. And I did that. It didn't move the cars, so I still need to figure that part out. So there's something that's probably me. I make mistakes, so you guys don't have to. But it, I mean, I'm just going to go down the list here. Train builder. If you got inbound trains coming in, any trains you're set for the outbound trains, depart train. Are you sure you want to depart train? Any records associated with this train will be removed from the inventory, so you can set up your departures. I've got the LCAL 1161. That's the one that I was playing with. So basically I can say depart train. Now that train is leaving the yard. So that would be the locomotives and all the cars associated with that particular train. The BNSF 1642 is now leaving the Barstow yard, so now it's going to be pulled out and it'll be taken out of the database. And then yard settings. So play with this, please. And what I'm saying here on this one, it's like I said, it's brand spanking new. I have a link to this one as well. You can find it on railcoder.com. I have a link in my Discord. Grab it. It will, when he comes out with an update, it will detect that there's an update, and it'll ask you if you want to install it. And if you have a question, if you find a bug, let him know, because I've had some conversations with him. I found a couple of bugs, had a couple of questions, and he goes, he told me that was a bug. Oh yeah, I had that set up there. I don't know why didn't make it into 0.6. I'll fix that. And then 0.7 came out, and the things I talked about were resolved. So he's very responsive. So this is going to be, when this gets fully released, I see this as being a very, very powerful tool. It's called Yards. Don't remember exactly what it stands for, but anyway, and as he moves forward, the new updates will be adding more and more yards. It looks like right now he's focusing on the southwest. He's got yards for southeast almost all done. I mean, he doesn't have all the yards for the southeast. Of course, there's no AGS, there's no Pitts right now at this time, no Mohawk and Selkirk, NorCal, any of that. But I expect that to be coming. Once again, it's a work in project. Yards. Grab it, check it out. All right. And finally, so we went over, once again, external assistant for Run8. You want to grab that. External consist editor. You want to grab that. Yards. Grab that. And now, finally, the one that I blame Ken for. Yes, Ken, I'm throwing you under the bus. This was a rabbit hole that he sent me down that honestly has really, really made my life massively easier. And in this case, I'm going to fly over to, I'm trying to fly over. Let me see. Am I going the right way? First of all, no, I'm not. Let me go the right way. I'm going to go this way. I believe I want to go this way. Yes. Okay, so that's the main line. I'm looking here. I got lost. I just lost myself. Oh, here we go. Well, you know what? I moved the train I'm looking for. I forgot. I already moved it. Never mind. We'll follow these tracks down as I'm making myself dizzy. You guys must be making. Here we go. All right, so Cambria Yard, and in setting up for last week's stream and what I want to do for this week's stream. Oh, Ken, you sent me down the rabbit hole. Yeah, you did. You know you did, and you're happy about it. And the sad thing is I thank you for it. So anyway, instead of using the external consist editor to plant cars and have to do a lot of manual operations to set up, there are 3 locals that work out of this particular yard. going down the Conemaugh Blacklick. And the application that I used to set this up, let me go back in there. I clicked on it. Where'd it go? Oh, I know where it went. Hang on. I gotta go find that one. Whoa, I don't know what that is. Hang on. Yeah, it's giving me fits here. Well, I don't know what that was. Hang on. Sorry, guys. There it is. That's what I wanted to show you. So this is Order Builder. This one is honestly, it works great for our servers. It works great for your local game as well. A lot of times I might get a request from a player on one of my servers, hey, can you build me a local? I don't want to sort cars. I just want to run a local. Okay, I can do that for you. And I can do that through Order Builder. And it drops cars, and I can put them in and let them go grab their power, and they can go off and go play and have all kinds of fun. With Order Builder, you can manage customers. You can generate a train. Obviously, there's a settings. You can import data, export data, and what I mean by import data is or export data is you can grab your customer database and export it as either the XML or as a CSV, and I recommend the CSV. And then I use Google Sheets. You could use LibreOffice. You could use Excel to manipulate your customers, and then you can import that data. If you save it as a CSV file, you can import, or an XML file. Once again, I recommend CSV. You can import that data after you've saved it, import it back into Data Builder. Now, the piece I want to talk about there is whatever changes you make in the Order Builder, it is not going to change those customers in Run8. So you kind of need to change your customers in Run8, grab your customer database, and then manipulate it and put it back into Order Builder. And that, like I said, we're not going to go in detail how to do that, just that you can. Of course, there's the typical settings, exit, last one. So the big one in dropping these trains is generate train. Let me grab that link over here. And I want to grab this because it's not popping up for you guys. There we go. All right, so this one, as I'm moving it on my one screen here, I'm looking at Southern California. It's got all the regions in there, so I'm in Pennsylvania, okay, and I have the D793 is the local that I ran last week. And in this case here, okay, all those cars have been turned. I've pulled them out, and now I need more cars for that particular, or those industries. I can just click on, obviously, that box there. It picks everything underneath it. Or say if I don't want Safety Clean, I just want cars for PepsiCo, you can grab that. And then this is the best piece. How many times have you guys used the train spawner? I'm not calling it the right name, so I'm hesitating. To spawn a train in with a series of locals, and you get a train that is massively long with more cars for your locals than what you need, all right, or what you desire. You end up with an excess amount of cars. With Order Builder, you get exactly what the industries can handle. And actually, that's not even an accurate statement. You'll get no more cars than what the industries can handle. And I'm saying that, so if I'm looking at, the D793 here, and I want, all of those cars, and this is something I wish Run8 had. We have these sliders right up here at the top that we can go down. What's my minimum cars? I want 10% minimum, or I want 100% minimum. Okay, 100% maximum down to no less than what your minimum is. So, and if we look at down underneath in the train information, you can see the cars that you're going to get. Like in the settings I currently have it here, I'm going to get 3 cars with a maximum of 3 cars, average of 3 cars. If I go 100% and set the minimum to 10%, then we now have a range that'll be randomly generated, a minimum of 3 cars to a maximum of 14. That's kind of what I've been looking for in Run 8. When I go to spawn a train on any map for a local, I get a massive train. I don't want a massive train. I just want enough cars for my industries. Order Builder does this. And so we can set it and say, okay, I might bring this up to about 50%. That's where it was at. So minimum 8 cars, maximum of 14, average of 11. Gives you your minimum length, maximum length, minimum weight, maximum weight. The average is in the middle. And now we can even come down here, and if we're, well, local sorting, if you're doing several different locals, in this case the CB2 and the CB1 are these trains here, I can keep all the locals together, or I can randomize it. All depends on whether you want a flat switch or not. And you're going to do a little bit of flat switching, but if you keep all the locals together, now you know, you just, hey, I can cut out one string of cars on one track, one on another, and so on. You get the picture. Block by customer, blocked by order, or randomize. If you're going to go push a train, if you're in a hump yard, you want to push a train over a bowl, randomize it. You know, and you drop your string of cars on the receiving track, push it over the bowl, let the bowl sort it out if that's what you're looking to do. Block by order. Block, that order is by the customer, okay? And the customers are underneath what you're selecting. So I don't want CB1, CB2 because I got CB1, CB2 already. And then down here, car naming. ID only, prefix with local name, or prefix with routing tag. And that's kind of what I prefer. So, and then of course, all you have to do is generate the train. Now, I'm getting a pop-up here, which is showing my file structure, so I'm not going to show that. But what it does is it will automatically open up your Explorer window to your trains folder for the region you're in. You can name the train whatever it is you want to name it, and then just click save. And you're going to get another pop-up. You really want to, you know, like in this case, I already have this train. It already exists. Do I want to replace it? Yes, I'm going to replace it. And, okay, so now I've got that train. So I can close out these windows. Let me close these out. There we go. And if I go into my trains folder for here, the D, scroll down till I find the D793, which is the one I was working on. There it is, made with Order Builder version 1.1.2 at the time of this video. That's what it was. And I think it's still technically beta. It's not quite done yet, but it's definitely working, and he's adding more stuff as more regions come in and more DLCs come in. Train length 654 feet, total tons, 9 loads, 4 empties, and what you want to do is just load it into the consist editor, and then we're just going to place the train. And there's the train. Exactly what I need for the industries that are on that route. And if I go into, turn that on, there's my tags, what I see, the local number and the industry that they're going to, and they're already based upon the orders that match up with your map. They're already set to be either loaded or empties. We're good to go. And that's Order Builder, guys. That one, thank you, Ken. I blame you, and I high five you, I hug you. No, Ken, I'm not going to kiss you. But yeah, thank you for the rabbit hole. I appreciate it. And that's, so once again, order builder, yards, external consist editor, and external assistant. Grab those if you need to go find them. External consist editor and yards are on railcoder.com. Order builder was found in the third-party folder on the Depot forum, so I grabbed a link and put it on my Discord. All four of these, the links to the current files are on my Discord, and I will try to stay on top of those. An external assistant was, I can't remember where I found that one, but I found it, and it's that one's also in my Discord as well too. Feel free to jump in. If you're not part of my Discord, just go ahead, and the link to my Discord is in the description in the video. Just go ahead and join it. If all you want to do is join and grab that file and go, that's fine by me. I don't care. I want to help you actually get you more happy with Run8, and Run8's the best program. These just make it better. So anyway, with that being said, now I'm going to go down and jump into the Pittsburgh region in Discord. I'm now in Discord. Yep. Okay. So nobody's over here. Whoa! I don't know what was that, where that came from. But anyway, I think it might have been when I jumped over to Discord. So anyway, let's go ahead and. Oh. Okay, I'm having some issues here with Run8. But anyway, that's the first time. Like I said, I think that's what Discord's been acting kind of wonky lately. But anyway, I'm in Discord. I'm going to go play trains now. So, and what I want to do is I want to grab this train here. And I'm going to be going out the Conemaugh and Blacklick, but I realize that before I can grab this and take it out, I need to make room over, where'd you go? Oh, I went the wrong way again. All right, I need to go out here. I'm going to work Gaudier Steel. And so I need to come over here and grab all this stuff and work this, get the stuff that doesn't belong here, get them put. And I realized that Gaudier Steel needed a switcher, so I gave myself a switcher right there. So let me put my keyboard aside, pull my rail driver up, and we're gonna go to work. So I'm on my server. Once again, this is the Pittsburgh Line East and South Fork Secondary. If you have it, you can find the link to this particular Discord in my own Discord and join us. Oh my God. Oh my, okay, nobody make eye contact. My daughter is in the room with us. It's okay, as long as you've got holy water and a cross. How you doing, sweetie? What craziness are y'all causing in here? I'm actually everything, man. Anything and everything that I can do. So, how you doing, sweetie? Are you working today? This poor kid, man. We play, and yeah, that's a rabbit hole I've sent other people down. We play Lord of the Rings online, and they're doing a massive server transfer over there. And she's been waiting like a week. And I know I had to wait a while. You're prepped? Are you prepared? Awesome. Good for you, Jerry. You're playing VG3. I gotcha. I thought you already completed that. Yeah, I noticed that you're playing all these other games that basically are kind of like Lord of the Rings Online, and yet you keep coming back to Lord of the Rings Online. Where are you going to learn? I'm just going to say, when are you going to learn? And Mike, I noticed Mike's not in here. I wonder how late he stayed up last night. Of course she did. Of course she started a new run. Let's get some lights on here. Hey, no, brother, I appreciate you popping in. So, have fun. behave yourself, watch your language, all that good stuff. I noticed that I think your brother just woke up too, because I just got a message. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Jesus. I thought I raised it too better. That doesn't, hey, you know what, trucking, that's not much, man. And what's really crazy for people out there that are parents, my mom was an extremely stubborn, old world German, and I see a lot of her in my daughter, and I see a lot of me in my daughter as well too, and unfortunately there's some of her mom in there as well too, and I'm not going to go down that hole. That's not, well, wait, let me rephrase that. That was not intentional. I just realized what I said as it was coming out of my mouth, and yeah, anyway. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh, hey, you're not doing anything, I swear. Yeah, right. Good morning. I'm having a DLC problem. It's telling me when I got to download a V2 DLC that the Run8 not found this path. Okay. So, yes, the problem what you want to do, Hodge, is you're going to go into your, I'm doing this off my head, so go into your main Run8 folder and copy, right click on the Run8 executable file, click copy, and then click paste, and what's going to happen is it should create a second version of that. Rename that from Run8 Train Simulator version 3 to version 2. Just be, exactly as is, just change the 3 to a 2 and get rid of everything, get rid of anything past the extension, and move that file into your V2 folder. And that should resolve that issue, because that's what it's doing. It's looking in your V2 folder for the executable, and it's not there. I'm in here by myself. Nobody's actually jumped in to talk. You guys are, I mean, and I even have Discord, so you guys can actually come in and chat with me in Discord. I'm going to clean some stuff up over here while I'm... So, Hodge, which DLC did you purchase? Ooh. Almost. I'm like right on it. I need to back up a little bit more. Oh, I love the Mars Light on the... That's why, and of course I like Southern Pacific, so that's why I went with Southern Pacific. And I'm not sure, but I think the SP unit's the only one that has it. But I could be wrong. Mixed Freight 1, trying to get all that out of the way so I can stop seeing Run8 cars. I get that too. That's where I was when I first got into Run8. It's like, man, this is a great program. I love it. And then I went, I'm tired of looking at cars. See, look at that. You can see the Mars Light from right there. Look at that. and you can see it on the ground. It's really a cool effect. So you're going to run into that not only on the DLCs but in the regions as well too. That if you buy some of the older regions that are version 2, you may get that same error message. Everybody that okay, GSBP. I'm going to just go pull up car tags. And that was the car tag. I want to get industry tags up. Oh, that's why these are in the wrong spot. These actually need to be moved over to here. And before I can move those, I need to pull these out, which these go somewhere else. So, okay, anyway, I need to go grab these. So let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? It just reminded me too. Okay, this is really kind of, I don't know how this, I'm running the depot configs and I don't know. Yeah, see HUD. Yeah, I'm trying to get backyard plane spotting. Do you play the game with keyboard? I used to. Backyard. How you doing, buddy? I used to play, in fact, for the first year of playing Run8, I did it all keyboard. And thank you, Jerry. You're right. I am using the rail driver now. And the rail driver, $200, $220, depending on where you go. I got mine off Amazon because it was the cheapest way, but it's still right around $200. And I couldn't see dropping $200. You know, and it's kind of like right now I'm looking at getting a Thrustmaster pedal and the farm stick or the Simtastic or whatever they call it for Farming Simulator. And it's like I just can't see myself spending the money for that. I can use keyboard, and I just doing it just fine. But I'm going to tell you, I got the rail driver, and it is so it's a game changer. Besides, feeling like I'm actually running a train, throwing levers like you would in a train. It looks very similar to what it was in the SD70s, I think. The way it's set up, and it can be used for other simulators as well too. I wish Railroader put that in there, because last time I looked at it, they don't have it. They don't have support for it, but other train simulators do. In Run8, it's native, so all you gotta do is plug it into a USB port, and you're already set up. What's up, Scar? How you doing? So, and Matt joined the session here. Welcome, Matt. So, anyway, yeah, rail driver. Can I recommend it? Absolutely, I do. I think it's absolutely worth it. But you guys, I'm also going to tell you, you guys know your budget better, and I just say that because, if you get in trouble with your wife because you bought it, or your girlfriend, instead of taking them out to dinner or something, hey, that's on you. Anyway, what I was starting to say, they're using the depot configs. I forgot, I changed the industry local, but I don't think I changed it on the server. That basically it has cars going from here to here, and then from here back to here, and they just go back and forth. Well, if that's the case, why would I even leave this particular yard? It was kind of, I get what they were trying to do, but at some point, if you're going to drop cars off here and move them over here to get them loaded, they need to go off the map, or they need to go somewhere else on the map, not just back and forth between the two tracks here. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I got my 2 cups of coffee in before I started streaming. I got my water sitting here. I got a good group of people in the chat. And every single one of you are amazing. And of course, if you're just catching up to me or discovering me for the first time, please don't forget to, like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I don't say that often, but I'm going to put that out there. Go ahead. Oh no, Jason has joined the session. That's Jason. So somebody else that I corrupted to play Lord of the Rings Online. I had slow speed on. Slow speed on these MP15s is a little wonky. Am I going to go straight? No, I am going to go straight. I need to back up. I need to go down there and move those cars around down there. This is actually, I'm looking at the Mars light reflecting off the buildings over here, and that just brought back a memory of me as a kid. We lived in an apartment complex that was next to a Southern Pacific track, and my bedroom, whoa, hello? Why can't I, why are you going all the way down? Jason, say something to me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Now, there's your volume.
I'm not sure why my thing is bouncing off and up and down here.
I'm telling you, this last update from Discord made a little bit funky. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm well. Having fun. Beginning part of it, like I said, I felt kind of bad. Now I may have to go back and redo some how-to videos on those applications and drill down into them a little bit deeper, but I got a good response. Hank, man, I didn't realize, Hank, he's a good guy, really good guy, very busy guy, and he was right. On the yards one, what we were trying to do in the game was we went through every single yard. So if I stop here, we see the industries here, okay, and you can see the tags that I have up. That's, you get rid of the car tags. So you see the industries on the map. Well, what Hank was doing and what I was doing was in the yards we were setting up industries. And so everything, when you populated the industry tags, man, there were tags and dots everywhere. So it worked for what we were trying to do, but when you're trying to sort cars into actual industries, it really became kind of confusing. But we were able to generate a car report. And so basically what we did on this particular map and on Mohawk and Selkirk is effectively turned the entire map into one big massive industry, and that's how we were able to tell where every single car was, and when I say one, I mean it wasn't one massive industry, it was several different industries, because this would be the Gaudier Steel Yard, and you'd have the Cambria Yard, you'd have the Woodside Yard, and so on, and that way we could tell where every single car was on the map. Yards is doing it the right way, and when he gets every single yard that's on every single region in play, it's going to be very beneficial for anybody that's working on a local version of the game of Run8. Whether it becomes available for something on for a server, that'll be seen. But he was saying it was a very difficult prospect, so that's one I'm not actually holding my breath on. And by the way, you're doing very well on Lotro, dude. Yeah, no, I mean you're picking it up. I mean there's a lot, and I'm throwing a lot at you guys. But over there on Lord of the Rings Online, the best thing if you're starting out is read everything. Reading is fundamental. You just have to read everything. So yeah, you're doing well.
I wasn't sure if I'd like the game, but just showed me.
Yeah, I mean, Mike's jumped in with both feet. And usually you hear from my stream, and he's not. So I'm kind of like, I wonder how late because I know I left and he was still on. He went and got on his Lore Master. He got his Lore Master over to where we stopped last night. Yeah, and so I'm running, and that's the other thing too. I'm running one MP15 here and just making it work. The other thing about the rail driver too, backyard, if you're still hanging out in there, it has a subwoofer built into it. So not only for the sound do I have, I've got speakers on my desk and I got a subwoofer on the floor. I have the subwoofer in the rail driver. So like right now, this MP15 is kind of, it's not struggling, but it's working to pull these cars out, and it's making my desk vibrate. Game Glass is free to use. I use Game Glass, which is appropriate to use. Oh yeah. I made what they call a shard that has all the controls. I know about that one as well. That one, who was it? It was one of my viewers. He's playing on. He played on our server. He's playing on other servers as well. He showed his desktop, and he uses Game Glass, like what you're talking about. He uses it, and he got some, not tablets, but I think he was using, what's the term I'm looking for? They're little portable monitors, and so he's got like, 3 big monitors, one huge monitor, 2 small monitors, and then the 2 portables underneath it. And his setup was really wild. As the MFD, yep. So that was something I looked at. And I'm like, do I want to go down that rabbit hole? All right, I'm talking and I can't run. If I monologue and try to drive a train, we know it's a disaster. All right, make sure these are all switched. I'm just going to push them down here. What's down here? Oh, you're in as Matt? Okay, awesome. Well, welcome to the server, VA. How you doing? And I know you noticed that you're also in Discord as well, too. You're welcome to talk. I'm sure if you have a question or anything, anybody, if you've got a question, other people have that question as well, too. So it's all good. But I'm glad we got you sorted the other day. It was I didn't even think about what Jason said to do. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Oh, yeah.
There you are. How you doing?
Yeah, my mic is a little messed up on my headset. That's why I was...
No, you sound pretty good. Sound...
Yeah, my dog chewed it up.
Oh, wait,
no.
Not your brand new one that you were talking about.
I haven't gotten a new one yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to grab some more cars, I think. I'm just running around trying to figure out what I want to do, and I think that's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go straight down this way, grab. I'm going to come down here, grab these cars because they're going out. Yep. Grab those. That one's empty, so I'm going to come into here, grab these. And, all right, perfect. So I actually pulled back a little farther than I need to. I had one thought, and I decided something different. So what area are you working in today, Matt? Oh, what's up, Chris? It's too early. What do you mean it's too early? Chris, you're getting lazy. You need to go back to work. Get back in the Met and start working. Good morning, buddy. How you doing?
I haven't committed to anywhere yet. I'm just looking around.
I got you. I think there's... what about you, Jason? Where are you working?
Oh, I was floating around finding some cars tag none that
Oh,
are sitting in the industry and making them actually process.
yeah. Oh no, Ken's in here.
Yep, I sure am.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, hold
I
on.
found
There's
some
a.
one tags as well.
We're all going to be going down a rabbit hole. What do you mean you're tired? You didn't play. You didn't stay on and play last night. Well, you did. I know you left. But I know you're going through some stuff too, Chris. I'm just picking on you.
What was the corrupted train? What happened there?
I didn't get that. That must be something on your side.
Something popped up on mine too, but I don't know what it was.
Said corrupted train detected unit tile negative 33-15. Yeah, on my screen your train is going through the cars.
Interesting. Not on my stream. Not on my stream here. Hang on. Free fly. Yep, I'm going under the ground. Yeah. That's really weird. I wonder if I need to restart the server. And the interesting thing is, like last night, I don't know what it was. What's that?
Just so you can see what I'm seeing.
Oh, gotcha. Let me take a look.
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Wow. But yet, my perspective is no.
No, I know, but because I'm looking at your stream and yeah.
Yeah.
But.
Which might be why when I went to Discord, all of a sudden I got all those error messages. Which I don't know why Discord on this, why Discord would affect my game platform, because that's where I'm at, and the server's on a whole different box.
I see Jason walking around.
Yeah, Jason was over here. Yeah.
Here on my end, it's fine.
So on your, yeah, see, both Jason and Ken got the same error message, and they were seeing the same thing. What do you see as you're standing there, Jason? The same thing that Ken's seeing?
No, it looks like.
Oh, your volume.
I'm seeing it as Ken.
Huh. So maybe it's a Ken thing.
Go back up.
Okay, let me go stop watching your stream so I can get back to my stream. There goes Ken, send me down a rabbit hole again.
Yeah.
He's good for that. Get on the ground here.
You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, I gotta be careful what I ask for, because I might just get it. Yeah, I'm actually talking about Lord of the Rings Online again. That one is... I'm laughing because Mike, I think that's where Mike's at right now. He's jumped in with both feet.
It's corrected on my screen now.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because usually if there's something like that, and especially if it's on my train, I should have gotten the error message, and I got nothing. So it might be, honestly, might be residual storm issues, because we had that storm here. You guys are getting it now.
The ping's pretty high right now on your servers, which is not usually this high. I'm at 82 right now, which I'm never that high on your server. Usually in the 30s.
I don't know what your problem is. I got a 3. Look at that. Matt's at 133. Jason's at 105.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Pings are pretty high right now. You've got most
that I might have to not only restart the server, maybe restart my router as well too. That might be residual on my end, because we had did have the power outage over here. We were talking about that last night. Alright. F7 to cheat. Now lace up all the hoses, air everything up. Release the handbrakes. and we're going to pull back on this one. I'm going to try to overachieve because I've got some cars over here that need to go out and some that need to come in, so I just want to empty all the industry tracks. Get back on the ground.
Well, at least I'm getting the same kind of weather you're getting.
That's, yeah. I was talking to chatting this morning with trucking, and he was saying the same thing, that they're getting snow, and he's like, you see, it was like 45 minutes from where you're at.
Yep.
You know, and so yeah, and I'm like, yeah, look, it's snowing there, it's snowing here, it's snowing everywhere.
No, I mean just on the server too, because usually you don't necessarily always get the same.
Usually don't match.
Yeah. Are you getting snow too?
I'm not.
Oh.
Rain.
Rain. Okay.
I got snow.
Everybody's got
severe storms today.
Oof. Yeah, it came. I mean, try to keep you guys informed. I mean, if it's hitting me in California, it's heading your way.
We had snow yesterday.
Ooh. I want to put that straight.
There's Mike.
Mike's in here?
Yeah.
Mike is in here. I think Mike just slow for slept because he was spending too much time on Lotro.
Nah, I had to go to work last night to move a couple vehicles around.
Oh, wow. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Good.
Waking up.
Ah, gotcha. You're just waking up. Chris is just waking up.
Yeah.
Everybody's just waking up. So you went to Run8 SP. Oh, I know. We were. That was good. I was tired last night. I mean, ran yesterday on 2 hours of sleep. I do need to set those switches back. So. And as of this morning, Mike, my daughter has not gotten an email yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never got the email. I just went and looked, and they transferred.
That's weird. You're like, I mean, I think honestly, I think that was a good glitch. You got lucky.
I was looking for that email, and I never got the email. I could probably go check right now too.
So I had suggested to her that if she doesn't get anything by tomorrow, that she should do another transfer request.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything, and
no. Yeah, I still haven't received the email.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to push these forward. You're not wrong, Chris. He got transferred right away because Mike spent money.
That's right. Oh yeah, he's spending money. Let's transfer his tunes.
Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. I mean, I say that obviously because they don't do it that way. They're actually very fair. It's a first come first serve on the transfer thing. But I think you just literally hit at like the right spot, because in the transfers of servers, they're getting waves of people transferring, and I think you were down in the valley at the lowest point, and so when you submitted your transfer request, the transfer server went done, but they do say that they're having issues with the mail server. That's the big one. You know, well, it's not big. Actually, I'll take that back. That's actually it's frustrating, but it's also it's a minor point. As long as your character's transfer and you have everything, that's the main thing. So, I think you just literally got lucky, and I think my daughter just needs to. I can jump in and look at the kin roster, and if I see her characters over there, because her main character is the successor to the kin. So if I see her with this, and she's got the successor circlet. So if I see that there, then I can tell her, hey, your characters are here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and we're not even into it. That's the other thing too. It's like, depending if Chris wants to play, if Jason wants to play, we can go do that this afternoon.
Yeah.
And if not, then I know I know where, like I said, I know where my daughter stopped in King's Gondor, and we can take your 140 and go start playing there.
Yeah.
So if you just joined us too, Mike, Jason grudgingly admitted, he goes, yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Now you
I
got
got hooked.
honestly,
You're gonna get hooked too.
I mean, yeah, it is a fun game, and it's hard to believe it's an 18-year-old game.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and I mean, you can, in the area that we're in, you can kind of tell it's a little bit, I don't want to say antiquated, but it's the beginning part of it. I have to take my daughter home at 12:30, 1:30. That's fine. You have my permission, Chris.
Permission granted.
Oh, Mike gave you his permission too, Chris. Alright, I'm going to push these all the way up. I've got a MOW board up here, and I put a note out in, I think, all the servers that if you see these MOW board, that's the limit. I'm using it for the limit of cars. Hey, you're free after 1:30? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm good. So 1:30 our time. Well, even Mike's time, because Mike's in Cali too. So, yeah. Chris, Mike, and I are in Cali. So 1:30. You guys, Jason, you can adjust if you're good for that time frame.
I should be able to.
Yeah.
Family's got Girl Scout stuff today. So
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we can get because we're ready to roll out into. No, I'm not. You're always probably just joining the stream. What are you talking about? Talking about Lord of the Rings Online. So yeah, as we play trains, we talk about anything and everything, and this is normal for us when we're in Discord and just playing casually.
So, Kurt, did anybody come up here and work at BSP the other day? There's some cars missing and some locomotives.
PSP? You mean Pepsi Cola or?
No, BSP.
Oh, BSP. Not the. I know Matt VA. He was on the map. I don't know if anybody else was. But yeah, if there's, and I'm gonna make that statement that if you are joining the server, leave the locomotives. If they're a yard locomotive, leave them. Make sure you return them to the yard. I'm about ready to literally just take AI away. And it's not a malicious thing. That people are just AIing trains. I think some of it is a mistaken that if I AI a train, it's going to go where I tag it to go, and auto's not that sophisticated. And just to prevent locomotives from disappearing off of the map. Now, here's a case, if the eastern yards were put into it, this is where yards would come in handy. Oops, I'm rolling back because I brought the train to a stop, but I released the error. So yards would actually, you could actually pull up yards, pull up the information once again, if you're doing this locally only, and look to see where your power is. And you can go through and kind of check the yards as long as the power is in a yard somewhere. But if it's sitting at an industry, it's not going to show up. So
Yeah, they took some cars and they took the power. They left the SP.
All right, yeah.
Here.
Hello?
So I ran that last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ran it all the way to the end, but does the 571 bring that back in?
It's not automatic.
Yeah, no.
So
572 is the outbound train, and it gets
outbound.
It gets put together back at Creston, and then it's a player train, so it has to be somebody running it. But I don't see the cars down in Creston Yard either. So
no, I run them all the way out.
Oh, you ran them all the way like off the system?
Yeah, I was looking at the Depot Plus manual. And it looked like it ran out of there all the way.
So, yeah, okay, so you're in Crescent. So, all right, yeah, so those cars then would actually come down to the Crescent Y, and then they get set out, and then from there they would go. I would have taken them to Rose Yard, and then at Rose Yard build up a train to go off the map, to take the cars off the map, and then we would actually have to spawn one in. The road locomotives are what I'm talking about. Those are ones that will come on the map and go off the map as needed. It's the other ones like the SD45s, the SD40s, the GP40s, the MP15s. Those are the ones that need to stay where they're assigned. So in the case of the case of this MP15, it's the Gaudier Steel switcher, so it needs to stay here at the Gaudier Steel plant. We've run into that where like switchers, have been moved. And I'm just making this statement, I'm not blaming anybody, but for some people, the MP15 is like my favorite locomotive. That's what I want to use. And okay, you know what? Well, it's not meant to be. You can put it in road service, but it's not meant for the road. It's meant to be at a plant. So I set up the plant switchers, as MP15s, and then they stay at the plants, and then it's the other locomotives, the GPs and the SDs are used for running locals, and then you've got the big power, which is for road trains, and that's kind of how I run things. Which we've had some discussion, and I'm just going to leave it there hanging, that we've had some discussion about. This. I'm really strongly considering rolling the maps back to how they originally came out, and it's a hard thing, because if I do that, the industries will not match up with the maps that the Depot Plus came out with. So then now we got to look at the maps. How do we change the maps? So it's a big order builder would need to change. Yeah. So so I mean it's a hard thing to do. And the other question is it the right thing to do? So that's the other piece. And I don't think it's right or wrong. I think if you're running your Run8 locally, then going with how the initial industries were set up, that's fine. I mean, everything will work off of that. But if you switch over to the depot configs, I'm trying to be very diplomatic, but they made changes that, as good as they are, changes that I'm not really agreeing with. I gotta set this back because this is the actual main right here. And that's technically a siding. And I point to the Fresno to Modesto the Met specifically, because when the Met comes out, and Christopher, who's in the chat with us right now, yeah, he does drink too much. Otto, not Chris. I better rephrase that. But they changed the Met so the industries don't even match up. And when that came out, and Chris, you can correct me if I'm way off base, but the impression that I got was that what the developers came out with was pretty accurate as far as the industries are concerned, and especially when it came down to Ernest and Julio Gallo. And what the depot ended up doing was they completely changed that industry. It's still E&J, but they completely changed it. And the response that I got was that they changed it to match the OC, which to me is like, you know what? To me it's like, why are you changing the DLC to match your OC? Shouldn't you configure your OC to match the DLC? And that's just my thought process, and I don't know everything that they do on the back end, so I just go with what the depots come out with. And if you guys aren't aware of what DOC is, that's their operations center. They have a very good, I mean, it's really a great process over there on how they manage their system. And it's down to, they play what I call prototypical, the OC. They manage their locomotives, they manage where every car's at. If there's I'm thinking of Rail-X, it's Rail-X, I think, on the Mohawk and Selkirk, that they'll get a string of 80 cars, and how long it takes for 10 cars. They have timers. I mean, it's so when you're moving cars around, you're going back and forth between Run8 and their OC to help manage the map, and that's good if that's how you want to play. And I go over there and I play every so often, but I've found that I'm more the casual player, and you can tell because how often have I done this? How often have I hit the bell? I don't. I just move cars. So this is my virtual model railroad. And this is, when I come in, I'm in my virtual basement. My virtual mom is yelling at me to come up and get breakfast, and I'm telling her to shut her mouth. No, I've never done that to my mom because she would hit me with a wooden spoon. Being the virtual model railroad, it's like I'm down here, I'm talking, to my friends, and we're just moving cars. We're having fun. It's pixels. It's meant to be fun. And sometimes having to go someplace where it seems like it's applying for a job that's a bit on the extreme side, in my opinion. It does. Thank you. It does. It's... And so the servers, and this includes mine and includes the Southwest Rail Simulations. Ken, thank you for being a part of my servers and everything. But Ken is the admin over there for Southwest Rail Simulations, and they have the same philosophy. This is pixels. It's meant to be fun. We don't do checkout rides. We teach. If you have an issue with, installing a DLC, we can help you there. Hey, how does the trains run over here? We can help you there. If you want to get to the Depot Plus, we can help you. We've gone through that. Mike and I have gone through, I don't know if Ken or Jason have, but we've gone through their process. And so we can help you get to that point and tell what they're looking for. So, but then again, if you just want to come on and move cars around, that's what our servers are for, is come on, move cars around. Southwest Rail Simulations, they have their registry. I know Mike and I have been working on something similar using Google Sheets, kind of stop that. I think made it a little more complicated than what it needs to be. So, but now with the yards application being, coming out and being able to be used, and order builder, it's almost, I don't know, do we really need that? I don't know. So, and my point would be, the Google Sheets piece is nice. You can say, okay, this is what needs to be worked on, this is what needs to be done, but I also want to make sure that if you're going to come on and play the server, you're not spending any more than maybe 5% of your time in the Google Sheets. The rest of the time, you're playing Run 8, because that's what you're coming on to do. Oh, I missed a switch.
I agree with you, Farmer.
Thank you. Yeah, it all depends on how you want to play Run 8. I mean, if you want to play prototypically, I've got the G-Core manual in my Discord. So it's linked there. You can grab it, download it, print it out, read it. It's called something different east of the Mississippi, but it's the same. It's still the same thing. The G-Core is the Bible for railroads. All railroads follow it, and then they also have their own particular rules and stuff on top of it. But if that's how you want to play, grab the G-Core manual. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get off that soapbox. If you want to play Run 8, if you're hesitant about playing Run 8 in a multiplayer environment, don't be. Come join us. Even if, like, right now we're hanging out in the Pittsburgh voice chat. If you don't have Pittsburgh, it doesn't matter. Play the map that you're on, but hang out with us in the Pittsburgh voice chat, or hang out with us wherever we're at. Ask questions. If you have a question, I guarantee somebody else out there has that same question. So, yeah. And there's lots of work to do. We need, many hands make light work. We need more players. Except for, I don't think SRS. They got too many.
No. We don't have enough either.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so much work to do on these maps and everything that, we never have too much.
I mean, we're not even running that map fully, we don't have all the intermodal yards going right now. We're just kind of like letting stuff generate.
The Southwest map, the two biggest maps, if you have everything, Southwest is number one, Southeast is number two, very closely, and I think his goal, I guess Jason is the lead developer over there, is to become like one of the biggest maps. So, all right, let's get these up. We're set here.
That's pretty sweet. It's snowing in the building.
Well, they don't maintain the roof very well. The other thing, too, I want to make a statement. There was somebody that was watching my stream, and they made a statement in my YouTube channel, which is fine. That's okay. You're welcome to do that. And this development team is not a big, huge software company. It's basically a bunch of guys, kind of like what's hanging out here in the Discord with me, that after, and I think I remember somewhere somebody saying that it was when Microsoft's train simulator folded. Oh, somebody's talking. Oh, okay. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, when Microsoft's train simulator folded, these guys kind of got together, and this is what they came up with to replace it, because nothing else was quite like what Microsoft had come out with. And then of course when they were going to come out with Train Simulator 2, and then they killed the whole entire project. Shame on you, Microsoft. These guys said, okay, we need a better train simulator, and this is what they came up with. So really, it's a group. This is like, I don't know. I'm thinking what, 4, 5 guys tops. Yeah, and I'm not even talking the beta testers. I'm just talking the ones that actually draw the maps out and make the car packs and everything. It's just, it's a very small team. And the statement that was made was, well, when they come out with, European trains, they need to come out with European trains. You know what? I'm not against it. I'm just going to say I would not expect that to happen. I need that one. It needs to stay that way. Yeah. Because that's the 301. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to stand here and I'm going to do F6. Drop the MOW flag right there, because there you've got that green flag, and you look at the flags there. As long as the flags in the back match that sign, that switch stays the way it is. Because normally you're supposed to put a switch back. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I looked at it the wrong perspective. That needs to be like that, and I can get rid of this. There I go, thinking again. Never mind. But anyway, I do that on the NorCal server, because the way the eastbound trains going into the receiving yard switches have to be set in reverse as opposed to normal. All right. Now I need to come down. I'm going to grab these cars here because they're going out. But I need to grab these cars here because they're going to go into A. Over here, and I think they all might fit because it's all the way up to here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to work on next. I'm going to grab the ones for A, and I've got about 30 minutes left on the stream today. But yeah, no, don't. Yeah, just come join us. That's the best thing I can tell you. Just come join us.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed. It's a lot of fun.
It is. So even though you don't have, I would like to see them come out with some Canadian rail stuff and European rail stuff. I'd like to see all the rails connected coast to coast, short lines, everything. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Am I going to see that? No. But you never say never. You don't know what they're coming out with next. I know that what is coming is, was it AGS Phase 2 is coming. Was it Modesto to Stockton is coming. That's on the Southwest server. And then we've got, after they dropped Savannah on the Southeast server, the day that it was released, they were in, was it Spurs video? And they're like, as we're watching your video, we are laying track to go from Savannah to the port of Savannah. So that's coming. And then, of course, Seiko de Gobel's coming. That's 60 miles. Pardon me, 60 miles of UP track. That's coming. And they're finally going to fix the gap at Streeter on the Southwest. So all that stuff is gone. All that stuff's coming. So they've got a lot on their plate for just 5 guys. And you look at what they've come out with. All the car packs, all the DLCs. Go ahead.
Just the physics alone just blows my mind.
Oh yeah, I mean you're not going to find anything out there where the trains are going to operate as realistic. And somebody was actually saying too, because I looked at trains, and I like trains. I mean it's a model railroad simulator, and I guess I didn't realize it, but somebody said that there's actually a setting where you can turn on realistic train physics on there. But trains is a model railroad simulator. That's okay. You know, and I used to, when I was a kid, I had a model railroad, and I'm going to tell you that, you know, operating locomotives and stuff on there just reminds me of playing around on my model railroad when I was a kid. But I would rather be here. Railroader's good. I like Railroader. I go over there. I don't stream that though. I just play that. But there's it's a game because there's that money aspect. It's like Farming Simulator. There's a money aspect. So you do that, you turn it into an economy, and in order to advance it, that makes it a game, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Am I saying you shouldn't play Railroader? No, I'm not saying that. I'll never say anything like that. If that's what you like, play it. Okay, do I have cars over here that I can grab? No, those are going to an industry. So I think that's the last string of cars that I need to pull out and get out of here. So let's go work that. I'm going to push that up the track, and I think that just might about do it for the spring. These are loaded. You can tell because it's all red up here, which means those are loaded. If it's green, they're empties.
I'd like to see Oregon and Washington added.
I mean, I would like to see that too. I mean, the Union Pacific route up along the coast of California into Oregon and Washington would be nice. I'd like to
Columbia River subdivision.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people were saying after with NorCal, I mean, they've got the Valley sub goes out, and they came up short of the town of Oroville, which has a couple of industries in it, and so I can see why they didn't add it, because it's, you know, just to go to Oroville for one or two industries is, you know, but Oroville is where the Feather River route starts, and so you know, people were asking for the Feather River route. Well, except for the couple of industries in Oregon, the Feather River route is nothing but mainline train. You know, and okay, they could probably make it with their assets that they've just purchased from Joint Rail. They could make it a very pretty route, but ask yourself, unless you're an absolute diehard, I've got to run mainline trains. How long would you stay on a DLC like that?
Right.
So they made the statement that, because I guess some people were complaining about, I'm going to flip this. Well, no, that's okay. That's fine. I need to flip this switch. Let's pull forward a little bit more. That, hey, you know, you used to give us DLCs that had hundreds of miles, and now you're just giving us DLCs with 80 miles. They made the proper statement. It's a balance between mainline running and industry. So because I like working industries. I don't mind. Every once in a while I'll do a mainline train, just especially if I'm over in the depot to get my hours in. But as far as when I'm on my servers, what am I doing? I'm moving cars. I'm putting cars into industries and taking cars and putting them on into yards. And if somebody wants a mainline train, I let them go grab the cars out of the yards and get them down, take them down off the map. But me, I'd rather be, running locals. That's just me. So, and I say, everybody, come on, do you. If you like doing mainline stuff, then do mainline stuff. We have those people. We need that.
Yeah, I go back and forth. Every now and then I get in the mood to run a road train.
I mean, and that is exactly why I call Run8 my virtual model railroad, is because I come into the virtual basement. I look, what do I want to do? I want to work on scenery. Well, for scenery in Run8 is I'm going to work industries. I see a problem here. I'm going to fix this problem there. I want to set up this, change this industry because I know this industry is not right. Did a little bit of research. This is what it was back in the day, and we, you model Run8 is supposed to be modeling between 1995 and 2005, although I think that they're now starting taking some liberties, so we really can't say that. And I think it was Ken, it was you and I, Ken, were talking about it last night, that we were talking about a book for, was it Union Pacific or just Southern California trains? Yeah, trains and locals and where they ran, but it was 2015, 2016 era, and it's like, that would be a really interesting book to have and go in and change industries out, and make it more like that era, and that's stuff that you can do, and that's the scenery side of it. You can change out industries. You can't change tracks, where tracks go, that's locked in place, but you can change industries. You can change what, keep the industry, but okay, I'm going to, instead of, having that industry produce empties, I want them to produce loads, and that kind of stuff. Or like what's going on here at Gaudier Steel, I want these cars to come out of here because they're producing some kind of steel product beam, but they produce waste, hence the piles on the ground. But there's a recycling center on the map somewhere, so I'll have these gondolas full of scrap metal go to the recycling center and get worked at the recycling center, or vice versa. The recycling center might be collecting scrap metal and sending it here, and the steel company's taking the steel and melting it down and making something with it. So have cars go from one industry on the map to another industry on the map, and I did that with NorCal. So that's the scenery side of Run8. Then the other thing on your virtual railroad is, okay, what do I want to do today? You wake up in the morning, gee, I feel like I want to run a local. I don't want to work the industries. I just want to get the local out of the yard and get it down to the next yard, and get it staged, and then maybe flat switch it and get it broken up into the actual industries, so they're ready to go out, and then the next day I want to run, I'm going to work industries. Next day, I need to get some cars off my map. I've got to work work a road train. So whatever you want to do, there's no set scenarios, and I think that's where the other train simulator out there is. When I looked at before I found Run8, I didn't want scenarios. I didn't want to go, okay, you're going to run a train from point A to point B, and once you get to point B, you're done. Well, what do I do now? Relaunch the scenario and do it over again? No, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to jump around and do what I want, and that's Run8. And so when I saw it, I haven't told the story in a while, but yeah, when I was looking for something to replace my model railroad, and I'm like, there's got to be, in this day and age, there's got to be a simulator out there, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm searching, Google searches, train simulator, Bing searches, train simulator. Run8 never came up, and I'm looking at everything else out there, and I'm just like, man, it's not it. It's not what I'm looking for. And all it took was one person in one YouTube video that I was watching, that all he had said was the statement, I still remember it: nice simulator, but it's no Run8. Was all that they said. Nice simulator, but it's no Run8. And I'm like, wait, what's Run8? Looked at it. I found NS Horsehead SD70.
Down rabbit hole you went.
Oh, I did. That was a great. NS Horsehead was doing 8-hour videos, version 1, version 2, and a little bit of version 3. And he's a conductor for Norfolk Southern on this route that I'm on right now today, as a matter of fact. And so I would watch his videos. He would do all the different routes and everything, and he was also, I learned a lot about railroad operations and watching his videos. And 8 hours long, I'd fall asleep at night. I'd turn it on and just fall asleep. And I'm like, okay. And after, I went and looked at it. Do I want to spend my $50? I'm not going to go and jump down it, but you're not wrong. I finally said, okay, I'll drop the $50 and buy the base game, and had no clue as to what I was doing. I thought I learned enough watching his videos. No. tried to drive a road train from Needles into Barstow, and I couldn't get that train to go faster than 5 miles an hour, and I couldn't figure out why. And then all of a sudden it did. It launched, and it was going like, 55. I'm like, okay, good. But wait, when I asked the question, why did it do that? And I go back, and I found that I broke a knuckle. And so in the beginning part of Run 8, it's got a very high learning curve. Even though you're reading all the manuals that came with it, it still had a very high learning curve. So, and I'm like, okay, but I had fun because that's just me. I'm like, I get to learn about this, and I dive into it, and like, okay, now I've got this knowledge I want to share. Some things I might still be off base on. There might be some new things coming, but my goal now with my YouTube channel is to get Run 8 out there into let them know. I'm not doing it to make money for the developers. I'm doing it because it's simply the best model railroad simulator out there. It may not be the prettiest, but I think it's the best. And if you're looking
for graphics,
even if you're
graphics.
There's some out there. Trains have got better graphics. I think the other one, which I really don't want to mention, yeah. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll release the handbrakes. I want to set the handbrakes. There we go.
I don't have an issue with the graphics.
I don't. It's not about the graphics, but they did recognize that they needed to do an upgrade, and so they spent money and bought a bunch of assets from Jointed Rail. Good on them. And some of these new routes that are coming out, wow, and you can see a huge improvement in their graphics. But you know what? I'm going to notch up. It would help if I actually go in and release the hammer so I can actually...
Is there a time frame on phase 2 for AGS?
It takes about a year for them to produce a DLC. So, and if they're working on like additional car packs, I know that they came out with the MOW pack, which that one was unexpected, and then of course people, as soon as that came out, we want more MOW stuff. So who knows what they're working on as far as car packs, engine packs, anything like that, if they're even working on that. But with their regular jobs, and their family life and everything, and it's just a small handful of guys, it seems like it's just about a year for them to produce a new DLC.
Usually they do release everything.
Right. Now,
whether it's an engine pack, car pack,
right.
I think this year between the end of last year and the beginning of this year, we kind of got lucky because they must have really been working on quite a few multiple projects because, we got President Vesto towards the tail end of the year last year, and then AGS came out right at the kind of beginning of the year, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, actually, if I will expand on that at the beginning of 2024 to about, from January to June, there was a dry area. You know what? YouTube's having issues because all of a sudden my chat just blanked out, and I noticed the other day it did, because even Spur said he's like, something's going on with YouTube. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. I've dropped like 22 frames, so I'm not sure. I think I just need to reset stuff on my end over here. But anyway, so from January to June of 2024, it was very dry, and Railroader had come out, and there were some people that were saying, okay, this is the end of Run 8, and then I'm like, no, this is not going to be the end of Run 8. Run 8's still going to be around. Whether they add new content, we don't know, but it's not the end of Run 8, because once you buy it, you own it. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I just want to keep backing up. Wow, my chat has not come back at all from YouTube. Usually it comes back, so I don't. Hey guys, can you look and see if I'm still streaming? If it's still out there? And if
Looks
I am,
like you are.
yeah, I mean, I'm not dropping anything. Although I am getting an encoding overload error right now. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what's going on, but okay. So, well, that's almost done. Yeah, I'm at 1 hour and 54 minutes, so I'm not going to worry about it. That tells me I think I need to cycle my router. Watch this, I'm going to fall through the bridge. Boom! Things that they need to fix. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the bridge. Back underneath again.
At least there's water underneath that bridge.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of you, but I pretty much came on Run8 by accident.
Yeah,
same with me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, like I said, I would say it's the same thing for me, too. All it took was that one person. Oh, my chat's back. Still here, just lurking while playing. No worries, Scar. So, yeah, no, it's, yeah, like I said, it was an accidental. I just happened to see one person say, hey, no, nice simulator, but no Run8. Okay, what's Run8? That's an accident, you know? I mean, and then when I dove into it, I need to back up. So that's actually, no, actually I need to go forward. Their website needs help. I mean, they've added to it, but they do have a YouTube channel. Have they posted anything there? No. And I think the stuff that they have posted might go back to version 1 or version 2. Yeah.
My daughter wants to say hi, but she's being shy.
Oh, well, hello to your daughter. Don't be shy, just start playing Run8. So, and ladies, you can play Run8 too. I know you know what? There are women out there that like trains. They just don't think that it's feminine.
There's female engineers.
Exactly.
There's a female conductor that runs the industries by my work.
Nice. So.
We used to have a husband-wife team come in from Wilmer to Minneapolis too.
Oh, that's awesome.
She was the engineer and he was the conductor.
Nice. But we need, so we need ladies to come over here and play on the servers as well too. Keep us guys in line. That's what, never happened.
Not while we're playing our trains.
No. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's bring this to a stop here. And shut the lights down. There we go. Go into neutral. Over here, hit the handbrake. Put it into isolate. Shut it down. We'll go inside the cab. Turn off all the switches. All right. Well, you know what? I forgot this. I'm switching cars. I should have had this in at least switch 1 instead of on road. It is what it is. All right. So that's set up. I've got cars to move the next time. I'm going to continue next week here in these yards. So, so your engineer's female, Chris? Nice. Relinquish. I was looking at the delete key and almost deleted that locomotive. So, yeah, don't want to do that. All right, so
I'll have to give you a write-up if you did it.
Oh, God, you know what? That's the first time somebody mentioned write-up on today's stream. What is going on? Are we doing things correctly today?
Earlier.
Oh, that's true.
We're just giving you grace by not saying anything today.
Well, I would think that you guys are probably under fire for killing so many trees with the write-ups that you're giving me that, the spotted owl doesn't have a place to live now.
It's all digital now.
It's all digital.
Oh, you're killing digital trees. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, next week I'll come back and we're in a position I can actually go ahead. Let me go free fly here. We need to move these cars here, the GSPA, into these tracks over here. I've got GSS, which is, actually it's down over here, all the way over here. So I got to come over here and grab all of these cars that, not these cars, but these cars right here. Pull those out and stick them here. So that'll be kind of a nice little long double move. All these are ready because going back this way, we go back and cross the bridge and we're back over here in, what is this? Where's my, what happened here? Here we go. This will be the Cambria yard here. So I'm going to come back in. Oh, this was just a demonstration. I don't need those. So I'm trying to clear out the yard and have cars ready. And then from last week, the cars turned. And so the ones that did turn, I've got them sitting out over here. And so eventually we'll pull those cars out of Cambria, set up a train here that'll be ready to go out that way toward Rose Yard. And so, and this is the only map that I know of that doesn't have a hump yard. And there was a rumor, mind you, it was a rumor, but there was a rumor that they were going to expand this out toward Conway, which I think Conway is a hump yard. So we'll see.
Well, I think the yard that was on here originally was a hump yard, but it's no longer a hump yard. So.
No, but yeah. Santiago, just as I'm about ready to stop my stream. Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Good Sunday afternoon as well too. So anyway, yeah. So recap, we talked about the 4 applications that, and I didn't even get into. There's actually a 5th one. That's the dispatcher, and I'm fighting with that one for some reason. I can't get it to connect to my servers. But the dispatcher, not that. But the ones that definitely you should be using is external assistant. That one should always be up. Let it, set it to that. It will launch as you launch Run8, close as you close Run8. And then also you need the external consist editor. That's just for manipulating cars. If you want to build cars, use the order builder. Once again, Ken, that's the rabbit hole he sent me down. And then the new one, which is in beta 0.7 at the time of this video, is yards, that will pull the yards and show you what cars and locomotives are in those yards. All right, Albino, CSX, have a good one. You have a great day yourself. So anyway, grab those 4. The link is in my Discord. So if you've joined my Discord, you can go to where the G-Core manual is. I put the links there. Otherwise, you can get them off of railcoder.com, off of the Depot's forums. I'm trying to think where the external assistant came from, but you can do, I think you can do a Google search on that and find that as well too. But
that
for your
one on Depot too as well.
Yeah, so I'm trying to stay on top of those, make sure that we get the latest updated version, but I'll do my best on that, but just for your convenience, it is on my Discord, and the link to my Discord is in the description. So once again, if you like the content I provide, please click the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, helps my analytics, gets more people out there, makes more people aware of Run8, and then join the servers. Don't be afraid. We might bark, but we don't bite. So, and we do help. I've helped a lot of people get things sorted. So, and I kind of enjoy doing that. So anyway, Marv, USA, I hope they finish the route from Roseville to Stockton, Fresno. That would be great tie-in. So, well, I was going to leave, but you brought something up good, Marv. I want that too. Okay, and I don't know how they build a route. I don't know the ins and outs on that, but a statement that was made was they can't do it because Roseville is in the Northern California region, where the rest is in Southern California region. I call it the Southwest because it actually they have. Oh, that was the other one too. That there's a rumor they're going to go from Seligman to Flagstaff.
I think it's Flagstaff.
Yeah, there's a rumor that they're extending out that way as well. But anyway, so I call it the Southwest because it goes from Seligman, Arizona, into Barstow, through Needles in California, and then comes up into Central California. So it's just not Southern California now. So I call it the Southwest. And it is possible that through an update, if they do the Modesto to Stockton, which they did say is coming, that if they go from Stockton to Roseville and tie it in, it would seem to me that they could just change the region designator in the programming and make it part of the West and just call it, the West or the Southwest, and instead of Southern California, because it's not just Southern California anymore. That was when they first came out with Barstow, Needles, and Mojave. So that was Southern California. Well, now they can change that, and we would get a massive update. And next thing you know, we've got a DLC that goes from Stockton to Roseville, and then we up and over the mountain and into Nevada. That would be awesome, Marv. I mean, and everybody else. I would love to see that. I would also, when they go to Stockton, I would love to see them go west to the San Francisco Bay Area and terminate at the Port of Richmond and the Port of Oakland. There is a rumor that they're going to be going all the way down into Long Beach as well. So now we would have intermodal trains going from the San Francisco Bay Area to Long Beach. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, and I would love to see the Chicago area, because pretty much every Class 1 railroad goes into the Chicago area. There's interchange yards all over that place. What a great way. This is my dream. That would be an interchange server. So if I'm building a train and here in Pittsburgh, Norfolk Southern, send it to the Chicago server. It shows up on the Chicago server, goes into an interchange yard because all the cars are bound for California. So it goes to either UP or BNSF interchange yard, drop cars there, pick up stuff to go back to Pittsburgh, and then that server would send the files to my server. I would love to. I mean, that's my dream. That's, and can it be done? I think the technology is there for us to do it, whether we get that or get that kind of coding. But I'm dreaming. It's not going to happen. What do I know? I know that, when they produced Fresno to Modesto, it was originally supposed to be Fresno to Stockton, and I was in the chat when they made the statement that when they got to Stockton, they realized Stockton was a DLC unto itself. So that's why they stopped at Modesto and the Met. That Stockton is so big that it's going to be the Los Angeles of the Central Valley of California in terms of the amount of industries that it has. So that's why the next DLC that's coming is Modesto to Stockton. Where they go from there, I don't know. Rumor, once again, I don't get excited by rumors. I get excited when it actually happens, but the rumors are it's going to they might go west, they might go north, who knows. The statement was they are going to close Seco to Gobel. That statement was made. There was a hint that they're going to close the other gap, and they're saying, we will close the other gap, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, in my mind, that was going to be going up to NorCal, but then I think now, as I rethink it, they're probably going to close that gap at Streeter in the SoCal map. We know that they're laying track right now to go from Savannah to the Port of Savannah on the southeast. So we know that they're laying track to go from AGS Phase 1 to Meridian, Mississippi on Phase 2. So these things are in process, we know. And there's other things they probably have in process that we don't know about.
I think they're getting ready to lay track to go to San Diego, too.
Yeah, and so, but that's, once again, you got a small handful of guys that are doing this because in their free time because they're just flat out passionate about this. So I don't have a problem spending money to support these guys because they're creating something that I absolutely love. So anyway, that's my little last bit to close out the stream. Marv, you got me on my soapbox. Good for you. So anyway, if you don't have Run8, buy the base game. when you get the base game, play multiplayer. Get on the SRS Southwest Rail Simulation server. We don't do checkout rides. We will teach you. All you need is the base game. If you want to play it here on the Pittsburgh server, you just need the base game and the Pittsburgh DLC. You don't even need the South Fork secondary, just the Pittsburgh DLC. Same thing, Mohawk or Selkirk. If you live in that area and you want the Selkirk area or the Mohawk area, depending which one, all you need is the base game and the DLC that you want to play on. But if you're going to be like me, you're going to start seeing Run8 cars everywhere, and you're going to want every single DLC, and then just jump in with both feet and have fun. So with that being said, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me in Discord. It's been a pleasure having you guys here. Thanks for the support, and I will catch you guys next week. I should be streaming on Saturday because until April... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Next weekend, I'm looking at my schedule here. Next weekend, I may not be streaming at all. We have a huge festival going on that's using the campus that I work at. They'll be on there Friday afternoon after school lets out all the way through to Sunday afternoon. So I have to look at the schedule to confirm it. I may be there all weekend. So if I do stream, it may be a late Saturday evening stream or a late Sunday afternoon stream. I won't know. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel for notifications. I will put something up there. Discord, I will put up an event notification as well too. Once I find out, I will find out tomorrow when I get to work, hopefully. So with that being said, that's for next week. I will let you guys know. But there will be some kind of, if I have to, I may have to pre-record something and just put it out there. So either way, I'll do something for you guys. So have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. Hope if you're in an area where there's storms, I hope you don't get any more tornadoes. I am really kind of like surprised at the number of deaths that we've had. But other than that, take care, everybody. I will catch you next week. Have a good afternoon.